Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Brian.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds. So today I was at work and there's a little downtime. There wasn't really.
Sure there was.
I needed a moment. But anyway, so I started watching one of Darwin's videos and he made a comment talking about one beer being better than the other. And I happen to have both of those beers, and so I wanted to do... Brian doesn't know what these are. And so this is we've reviewed both these beers. All this is which one do you prefer?
Okay.
That's all this is.
So, I mean, you've had these, you know what they are. Did you agree with his preference?
I don't know. I'm interested to see.
Okay.
According to my ratings, no, but side by side, I wanted to see.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. So outside or?
So our outsides are the same. Okay. And our inside is. So you're
these
right.
Are the same.
These are the same, and these are the same. All right.
Where do you want to start?
This one.
Outside. Okay. Ooh, that looks nice.
You don't have to do a full review.
Right.
Just kind of get comparison.
Ooh, that's big coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any coffee at all in this one.
Okay.
Are these supposed to be similar styles? I mean,
maybe not.
Okay.
They're both stouts, or I'll say, but they're not the same adjuncts.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting any coffee. I'm getting a little bit of a little bourbon maybe, or a little vanilla. Okay. It's hard to say whether it's a barrel-aged nose or not.
So you got big coffee. So we're just talking about comparison. You don't have to guess anything. But
I'm trying to get a little coffee from a little. It's hard to know if I'm getting.
There may
coffee
or may not be coffee.
It may just be that
Which one
this
do you
was
prefer?
so big. As far as nose, I mean, this has kind of a peppery espresso nose to it, and this has more of a mellow, chocolatey, vanilla bourbon. So as far as the nose, I would prefer this one.
Just the chocolatey?
Yeah.
No, okay. Let's get a flavor.
Okay.
Cheers.
Outside first?
Outside first.
Okay. So it's got some roastiness.
Absolutely.
It's got, I would assume that's from coffee. I mean, I would doubt that he's talking about two different styles, but I mean, I could be wrong. But
don't get caught up in all that.
Okay. So to me, I get roastiness, I get some bitterness, and I don't know if that's from coffee or if it's from like just a Russian Imperial Stout. There's no way to know.
Fair
I mean, if you told me this didn't have coffee, it wouldn't surprise me.
How's the mouthfeel?
I think it's fairly thick, so I would not call it like the typical thin coffee style beer. So I would say it's kind of mildly thick. I mean, I would still prefer my stouts to be a little thicker than that, but that's pretty good.
Okay, let's do the inside.
Okay,
cheers.
Cheers. That's big peppery espresso. I mean, that's huge peppery espresso. A little thinner though. They're both really good. As far as one versus the other, if I'm going for a coffee stout, I would prefer this one. If I'm going for a Russian Imperial Stout, I'd probably say I'd prefer this one. So it just kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If you told me they were both coffee, I would say I like this one better.
Okay.
If you told me neither of them were coffee, I would say you're crazy. But as far as which one I prefer, it just depends on what I'm in the mood for.
So rating-wise, would you give them the same rating? You don't have...
This one definitely has a creamier mouthfeel.
I agree.
I would say, as far as which beer I'd rather drink the most, I would prefer this one, outside. As far as rating, I might give a slight edge to it. I mean, I don't know if I'd actually rate it higher or not. Because it kind of depends on whether it's true to style or not.
Correct.
But as far as which one I prefer, I'd prefer this one.
Do you want to give a rating?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'd put me on the spot. So as far as this one, for a coffee stout, it's really good. I mean, I would, gosh, I I'm between a 4.25 and 4.5 because it's got a nice peppery espresso flavor, a little thinner than I would like for a coffee stout.
I agree with you 100%.
So it's kind of between those two, 4.25, 4.5.
I would agree.
Hand me my water if you don't mind. I feel like I'm getting more coffee on the flavor from this one, and I think it's because it's carrying over.
No problem.
Thank you.
We do it live. We'll do it live.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, YouTube it.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I almost would give them the same rating.
Okay.
If you said this was a coffee stout, I'd have to knock it down to a 4.25
It's not a
because
coffee
it
stout.
doesn't have that.
It's not a coffee
But if it was like, if you said this was just a Founders Imperial Stout or something, I would have to say it's, for a stout, it's really good. For a Russian Imperial Stout, it's a little thinner than I would like.
So both 4.33s? I don't want to prolong this out
I
too
might
long.
actually take this up to, I think I'm between a 4.25 and 4.5, but I would give the edge to this one.
Do you want to guess what they are? You don't have to.
I'm afraid to because I have no idea.
All right. He did not know what we were doing. Just so you know.
Oh, no way. KBS, wow.
So we did, I'm sorry, I showed him and not you guys. So on the outside is Founders Imperial Stout. On the inside is KBS. So he was absolutely right. Imperial Stout, no adjuncts. KBS, you know what that is, coffee, cocoa, or chocolate, barrel aged. And we gave this 4.5 this year, so right in that range.
Yeah.
Last time we did this was November, so it's 10 months ago. And we did it against your stout, that Give Me Liberty or Give Me Black Death.
Okay.
Give it a 4.25. So we're actually holding true to form. We've done so many more stouts. So anyway, today I watched Darwin review the Imperial Stout, gave it 100, said this is better than KBS. Brian agrees.
I agree.
I say it holds up as well. It goes back and forth, but blinded. You've seen it. It holds up. It is definitely as good, if not better.
And for something you can get, this is easy to get.
Not easy.
Well, easier. To get.
But it's just like Darwin said. This is. There were lines. It was selling out like this. This is kind of like, it may go, depending on where you're at, it may go, but it'll probably be on the shelf, at least for a while.
Yeah.
And I agree. Creamier. The Imperial Stout's creamier. Roasty. It's we re-reviewed it, but again, re-reviewing it, it's even better than I remember it from November. And it holds its own. I will agree with Darwin on, if you want to say it's better, I'm not going to argue with you.
It's hard to argue with that. But you're kind of compared two different beers. This is almost a breakfast stout kind of beer, a big coffee.
It's not just a breakfast stout, it's a Kentucky breakfast stout.
That's right. But big espresso, peppery flavor. They're both really good, but
hype-wise, that's all we're doing.
It's
we're talking about hype-wise, and
I think it's probably
really good. But this is just as, if not better.
Yeah, and this one's year-round, right?
I think so. I think it's kind of like released, a couple times a year. But
this one, you have to stand in line.
Yeah.
But
it's
very interesting. That's good.
Yeah,
that's
just really like roasty. I really dig this. It's unique. It's not unique, but it's really good.
Yeah, for a Russian Imperial Stout, it's good. Yeah. I wonder, do they do a barrel aged version of the Imperial Stout?
I don't know. I was kind of assuming it was the base beer for this, plus coffee, plus plus the chocolate, but
it could be. Sure. This just seems a lot thinner, but adding coffee will do that.
Breakfast stout is probably
It could be.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's really good.
A really good test.
Fun little test. Guys, if you haven't had this, get it. It's worth it.
It holds up.
It has no hype, but it's legit. It's worth trying. It is.
Side
by side without knowing what the names are. We just
This is 16, right?
Yeah, they're both 16.
Okay.
Well, this was December of 15. So this
Wow, that's the problem.
well,
Been aged too long.
No, it's only like what 4 months older, or 4 months younger.
That's a great
It's
treat.
a cool experiment.
Yeah, and I see this on tap all the time. I mean, if at least locally, you can at least every month or two, you can find this on tap. KBS, it comes, it's gone really quickly, and then you have to wait till next year. That's a great point.
Yeah. As always, guys, if you can't have the beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.